Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grayman Prepping's The Midnight Ride. And how's everybody doing out there? Oh, man, I've been so busy the last 6 hours here. You would not believe it. But before I jump, I guess I got to freeze before I can jump into that. Before I jump into that, I want to say hi to everybody out there, and let's go over to the comments and see. First one in was Star Homestead India, followed by Duncan 1900 Homestead. Hey, Brenda. Then we got Gear Grinding 19, and then Janice at Where to Begin Homestead, and Chit Chatting, and then Gunslinger Outdoors. Woohoo! And Denise Green Granny 2. And everyone's talking. We got Wayne, the Ungrateful Peasant. And let's see here. What else we got here? Everyone's chit-chatting. Glenn, How to Garden. And what else we got down here? Okay, and Garden State Gardener Super Chat. Woohoo! Is it showing up over there? I don't know. I see it in the chat here. I don't see it popping up there yet, but yeah, it should be popping up there any second. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. It has worked. Okay. All right. So now we're going to push the news off for a little, the news things I've talked about. So after my first false start on getting monetized, where it was about almost 20 hours, and they yanked it. The left hand of YouTube said, "No, you can't not be monetized," and they yanked away a number and brought me back down again. And then I got a bunch of people in, so I pushed me up over. I think I was up to 1,008 or something, and then I resubmitted every click. Damn it, take it, and it took it, and it started processing it. And then I got a thing that says it can take up to a month for verification to take place. So, and then later today, I got another email. Congratulations, you have over 1,000. Click on this, do this. Already had that all done. And they said, if you have that all done, now you just got to wait. And then about a couple hours later, bam, you have been monetized. So, so I got monetized, and I went to work in there. I've been spending an hour, making sure everything, all the T's are crossed and everything else. Went through the bulk monetization of all my videos. Then I had to go to the YouTube Studio, click on content, and scroll down to see which ones had problems. I'm going along, and all my your prep for today going on. Those are all of a sudden the one on bleach. It goes and it had a thing, add suitability, not whatever. And I said appeal, and then all of a sudden I had about 12 of those I had to appeal because they said add suitability wasn't up to snuff to take all ads. And then I went down through a couple others, and then one of my big ones, which they've been putting ads on already, said, not suitable for ads, and they've been putting tons of ads in it. So I hit, and if it comes back again, then I got to contact them and say, hey, stop putting ads on it. You guys have been putting ads on it for 5-6 months. Well, it's not suitable. You've been doing it. All right. Actually, I think there's a couple ones out there already called Wayne's World. You may want to check on it. They won't copyright you for taking a name, but they might trademark you. But anyways, so I get it all done, get everything set there. Then I go, okay, time to set up channel memberships. I go in there and I said, why is it not showing me the channel memberships up? It shows me overview, shows me supers, which is the super chats and all the other fun stuff like that. And I get down, and then down at the very, very bottom, in a little yellow block, a pale yellow block at the very bottom, in small print says, if you've just become monetized, what they use the membership, the YouTube partner membership, whatever the heck it is, partner program. So it said YPP. If you joined YPP, you have to wait at least a week before you can do channel memberships. Wayne, they would take it because the name for the movie has been trademarked, as Wayne's World has been trademarked. But whether or not they will catch that or do anything with it, since it's not a copyright, it's something totally different. They may not, because there's a lot of things that are trademarked that people say, well, that's my name. But no, your name is part of it. The rest of it, put it together, is not your name. It's something else. Anyways, so that's that's going to be taken up here. So it's probably going to take at least another week to 2 weeks to get everything set up. And so let me look at the time frame here. I'm looking at the calendar right now to make a decision here. I'm still figuring out when I'm going to end the contest here, because people can still enter the contest and still win prizes here. So either the 19th or the 24th. Shoot. Maybe I ought to give people more time to get in on the contest. I'm going to go on the 31st. January 31st is when we're going to have the drawings. I'll do everything on it. And there's going to be some drawings besides the normal contest winning and stuff on it. So I think Tactical Tuesday will do the membership thing. The membership thing. Do the giveaway thing. All right, let's see. What do we got? We got Chipper 66 in the house. Hey, how's it going? All righty. So, but I'm going to go ahead and do the news, and I'm going to come back to talking about channel membership stuff. Drop that down. Okay, so news from California. And I got a lot of interesting ones in here. Just generally interesting ones. And I think what I'm going to start doing here is having people submit news articles via email, a clipping of a news article they'd like me to talk about here. And you'll see some of the stuff I'm talking about here. So let's go down here and down to you. Okay, so last week I talked about the one oil refinery there in Martinez, California. It was they had flaring and all sorts of crap was going on it. And I just mentioned little blips here and there about it. The flaring was caused by a raccoon that crawled into some place and chewed on some wiring and caused problems. It's not the first time raccoons that had caused problems with major industrial complexes there in California. So that was the first one there. And so there was a report was all filled out, and everybody looked at it, gave their stamp of approval. So it looks like that's going to fly. And so the refinery isn't going to be held liable for an act of nature. Duh. Bay Area Air Quality Management Gestapo. All right. Next news headline here. Biden pardons 2 California servicemen, calling America the nation of second chances. Okay, I want to look at this one here. Go in, look at that one here, and what were they charged with? That's the big thing. All right, 2 California men were among 6 in the country to be pardoned. Among the others is a woman, 80, of convicted of killing an abusive husband. That sounds like the judge screwed up on that one. An 80-year-old who killed her abusive husband. Oh well. Both men were in the military, served time for crimes committed about 2 decades ago. So all the pardon means is that the convictions will be expunged from their records. And the one guy was serving as a drug carrier on 5 or 6 occasions when he was 23. That was over 20 years ago. And the other one when he was 19, so that was 20, almost froze. Was convicted of consuming ecstasy and alcohol while serving in the military at age 19. So, okay, so that's that one there. So Biden did okay on that one. So let's go back and look at some of the other stuff here. There was a deadly shootout in Southern California, and there was a deputy was killed, and it was just talking about that. And the guy that did the shooting had been on his 4th strike already and should have been locked up permanently. And then there are 16 new laws California laws that'll change your life. But we're not going to talk about those. If you want to read about those, you can go check out the type in California laws that'll change your life. We'll bring it up. All right. So on January 2nd, so that was on Monday, the headline was Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area, braces for more extreme weather after historic storm. It wasn't that big of a historic storm. However, there were a couple places that had power outages that took several days for it to come back in. Hey, Tibor, how's it going? California posted its cold cases, 15 FBI missing persons that are still that still haunt the FBI. Okay. Now on Tuesday, the next atmospheric river, and here they called it correctly, it's an atmospheric river, headed for the San Francisco Bay Area, Northern California, and areas inland. More flooding and downpour is expected. And then the city Martinez put out a news brief about where to get sandbags. This pisses me off. You can get sandbags here, here, and here. However, we only have sand over here at a different location where there aren't any bags available. Somebody down there at City Hall needs to have their head shoved up their own butt on that one. And let's see here. Oh, hang on. They tell everyone to get rid of their guns. They're just restricting the size of magazines and stuff, which is going to get overturned again. But this guy was on his 4th strike. He shouldn't have a gun anyways. Now they've changed the name of it from an atmospheric river to a bomb cyclone. There's nothing cyclonic about it. It's not making a spin. It's coming in a straight line. If anything, it's more of a torpedo. And this was yesterday. They're talking about this, and so it's already unleashing flooding, mudslides, snowstorms across California. And here's one: Southwest makes amends for. I'm going to share this one here. Southwest makes amends for meltdown. What California travelers should do, and other states as well. So during the last big storm, Southwest canceled 4,000 flights in one day. So, yeah. So if anybody was traveling in the West using Southwest Airlines when they were canceling flights, there's several news articles out there on that, so you can go check that out. All right, let's see where we're at now. Okay, yesterday as well, 76,000 San Francisco Bay Area residents without power as powerful storm rocks the area. And then this morning, there's 2 dead as massive storm continues. And my wife just started laughing. I was talking to her. It ain't a massive storm. We've had far worse storms, over the years than this thing is. And then, I'm taking a piece of candy to soothe my throat here. And they're again calling it a cyclone bomb. Tens of thousands home lose powers. Yeah, tens. Yeah, try 76. Severe flash flooding going on over there. These long plumes of moisture stretch far over the Pacific are being dubbed as atmospheric rivers. But what do they call it in the head of it? I mean, the headline of it? A cyclone. It's not a cyclone. Okay, so we got some pictures to share. Storm's coming in. An idiot on a paddleboard, or no, on a surfboard, paddling on where the San Lorenzo River in Santa Cruz heads out to the ocean. Other damage, flooding areas, trees falling down on apartment buildings, damage boardwalk, measuring the snow. Hope they're not. Oh, sandbags. People got the little white sandbags. Oh, wow, that bag filled a quarter of the way full. Is going to do you a lot of good. Some other ones filled a little bit better. Traffic jams because of it. People blocking their doors to create the snow. Oh, yeah, there we go. Caltrans, there are some sandbags. People blocking streets. So, the gas station blew down. Yeah, getting some flooding there. That's in Oakland, California. And this is up by South Lake Tahoe. And so, yeah. Gee, there's water there. I'm going to drive into the water and see how far I get. Ooh. Caltrans the Caltrain on the peninsula got stopped. Ooh, it took down all the, it's an electrical train, so it took down all the wires for it. Main Street to the San Francisco Public Library. The main public library. Main entrance, yeah. Hey, Ariel, how's it going? Anybody else snuck in here while I was going through the news? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, that's all the news. Drop that down and bring this up. Okay, I'm working on what I'm going to do for channel memberships here. So I want your guys' opinion. I got a little slideshow here I'm going to run here. Let me know what you think about this. And we'll see. We'll talk about this as soon as this slideshow here is done. So this is what's going to, what I'm going to turning into a video here. Maybe, come on. Why is it not going? There it goes. So in about a week to 2 weeks, this will be coming out. And right now I'm just spitballing these ideas. So level 1 is going to be 99 cents a month. It's called Prepper. Level 2 is called Grayman level. I mean, it's $1.99 a month. And the survivalist level is $4.99 a month, and that's special. So with the Prepper for 99 cents a month, you get members only videos, community posts, live streams, and some more bonus perks and stuff out there. For the Gray Man level, you get everything in the prepper level plus a monthly classroom instruction live stream, being able to attend that. And for a survival level, you get everything else plus 12 hours a year private streaming, just you and I offline, not a regular stream. It's just be a private, like a private meeting. All right. So those are the ideas I'm kicking around right now. So, let me know what you think about that. So basically, the 99-cent stuff is going to be the same. It's going to be the same as it is over on Camp Pat and Family Compound. For the that's the prepper level, the first level, 99 cents. For the $1.99, you get all that plus at least one classroom a month where I do a live stream classroom that only people on that second tier are allowed to come into. And I will be doing additive training and stuff on different prepping topics and other things like that. Then for the survivalist level, which is $4.99, you get that. You get everything so far mentioned, both the regular 99-cent level and the $1.99 level. Plus, you get 12 hours where we can do a face-to-face, private, offline streaming, talking to each other, going over stuff, and or we can do some in-depth training one-on-one. 12 hours a year. 12 hours a year. No, I'm not 12 hours a year. You can do it an hour a month. You can do 2 hours here, an hour here, 3 hours there, however you want to break it up, but you get 12 hours a month. So what do you guys think of that? And so that's some of the stuff I'm thinking about doing and setting up here. But all right. So what else is going on here that I need to cover up here? Yeah. YouTube has changed stuff around. Of course, even though they said it was going to take a month to do it, today is Thursday, and so it was on Tuesday. Okay, it took about 48 hours for them to get my channel monetized. But then it says it's going to take another week before I can actually offer channel memberships. And so one of the things I'm going to be doing in the giveaway is I'm going to be, for channel members, those that do, once I do offer it, those that join, I'm going to be doing some gift card giveaways for channel members. Can't find the tab for it. Let's see here. Hang on. Let me look over here on it. So in the comments here, just below where you type it in, you got the little emoji face and $sign. That's where you get to do that type of stuff. But memberships aren't available here. Won't be for another week, according to YouTube, because they're the YouTube partner program. You have to be a member of it for a week before they're allowed you to do membership. So we'll see what happens. Actually, I want to take a look over here and just see. There's no join showing up here on it yet. So, I just realized something. They did not. I don't know if I want to say it. There were two videos that quote had copyright strikes on it. The one I just clipped the one section out because it was a minute video where I showed a YouTube video of from Blue Thunder. So I just clipped that minute and 10 seconds out. No biggie. And the other one was Oh, it was they misdirected it. I've shown the Merkins several times on here, their videos, and this was a parody of Vanilla Ice. You know, Ice Ice Baby is the song. Well, it wasn't Ice Ice Baby. It may have had the tune to it, but it was played by the Merkins, and it had a totally different lyrics to it. And they're saying that, oh, Vanilla Ice, you know, has the copyright for it. Well, no, he doesn't because he's a parody. And anyways, so that's what is. Those were the two nasty ones. The other ones were just, well, it's not suitable for ad whatever heck they do when something and you just appeal. You click the little appeal button, have a person actually look at it and go, oh, okay, we've been putting ads on that already. So, yeah. Anyway, so let me go ahead and grab this here. And I'm throwing the link here if someone wants to come up here. Along goes with the caveat, only if I pretty much know you, like Wayne, Gear, Ariel's been around forever, Tibor said he'd never do it, so Brenda, Gunslinger, I've had Gunslinger up here, so Gunslinger, Glenn, let's see, Janice, I'm scrolling back to you all commented, so yeah, any of you want to come up here and chit chat, we can do that. But yeah, it's YouTube drags their feet on stuff. I also noticed today that that yesterday and today, before I became monetized, there were a whole bunch more ads on my channel videos. Because if someone make a comment, I go in and click reply, and it brings it up, and I see what other people are seeing, and all of a sudden here's all these ads just popping up. It's like, whoa. Hey, Vanessa Kitty. Yeah, I've been my nephew and his wife have been posting every update they can on that on Facebook. So, and yeah, so I guess he woke up in the hospital and they thought he was talking to him and he goes, "Who won the game?" What do we got here? There's a scam record company from France that's claiming Community Common songs is copyright. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have several songs I haven't used. I just got to find the digital tapes, and so I can play it back again. That my brother had wrote, and he left me the copyright. And I've been every year I filed the copyright again, so I make sure I got copyright on all of my brother's songs that he wrote, and so I may start using those tunes, turn to tunes, the music portion without the lyrics, on some of my stuff here, just to see what happens. Yeah. I mean, there have been so many people. Oh, that wasn't in the thing, wasn't? No, that wasn't on. I didn't get that on Patch. I got that on another news one. There was a sheriff's department where the sheriff came out and was saying he was no longer going to require any of his deputies to get any sort of the jabbity jab jab, because 3 of his deputies that got the latest booster died. So it's like he's saying, heck no, telling the county supervisors to go, go find a bar stool, turn it upside down, and sit on it. Hey, Chris, how's it going? and telling the state to go, whatever state he's in, to go pound rocks. That he's not he is not going to require his deputies to get any more fake vaccine jabs. So, yeah. Of course, along the same vein, I am still tracking from all the data I can find the red dragon, like I was from back in January of 2020. California has, for the last month, has been reporting single-digit thousands, so like 3,000, 4,000, 6,000. I think 7,000 was the highest. Daily numbers for the entire state. On New Year's Day, when nobody's watching and they are not reporting, somehow it got reported 150 some odd thousand cases in California. And the next couple of days, the numbers just continue. They didn't go roll back. Like sometimes someone will make a mistake and they'll report too high and they roll it back and say, no, it's only this. No, they're just running on with it. So yeah, it's hey Wayne, how's it going? And so yeah, the numbers that are being reported are totally whacked out. And in one of my sources back there in California said, yeah, we saw that too. They're reporting flu numbers as the red dragon. So they know they're reporting fake numbers. Anyways, let's come off the can of worms. I got to put that one up there. That one's good. Mr. Death is skipping. So how's it going with you, Wayne?
Doing all right. Got to figure out what's wrong. I was trying to test out my microphone because I just set everything up and unboxed it. Now it's not reading it.
It's amazing how that happens. I had one I was using for 6 months here, and all of a sudden my computer won't read it, won't recognize it. When I try plugging it in, it goes and really bad, and I got to unplug it and use the microphone in the webcam.
But yeah, I just want to check my setup because make sure I'm not getting a bad shadow back here or something. So yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
So it's it's interesting for me right now. Let me bring it back up here. Sorry, on my other page so I can look at it. Okay, it was supposed to be snowing the last 2 days. Nothing. Knock on wood, it continues. Tomorrow we got a 50% chance of snow between noon and 2 p.m. When I get up tomorrow morning, if it's not snowing, I got to make a quick run into Idaho Falls. I got a couple checks to deposit at the bank there. Yeah. So Thursday. Hey, no, this way. Sorry, I'm off on this. I forgot to refresh it. That was today, and it didn't snow at all today. Right? Let me look at it. So because I was outside checking stuff, let me refresh that. I forgot to refresh it. So. All right. It was saying that tonight is supposed to be 80% chance of snow. Now they've dropped it to 40%. So they didn't get any today. Tomorrow now is 60% where it was 30%. Friday night is patchy fog, no snow. And Saturday morning is patchy fog, no snow until Sunday after 11 a.m. We'll see whether or not that sticks. I'm just waiting to see what happens when all that moisture from the Pacific that's coming through California right now gets over the Sierras and through Oregon, gets over the Sierras in Oregon and makes it in here into eastern Idaho. If we get much snow from it, or whether, hopefully, crossing my fingers, that the jet stream comes down from Canada again and pushes it south. Into Utah.
We've been pretty lucky out here. We got a warm front. It seems to be the clouds are holding the heat in. So.
Yeah. She's, hang on, what's it? She'll never admit that the jet is the cause. Okay. Yeah. In my wife's office, there is only one person who has gotten 0 of them. That person has not gotten sick from the office. That person has worn a mask the entire time in the office because everybody else is coughing and hacking and, oh, I got it, so I'm okay. And the next day they come in looking like crap and coughing and sneezing everywhere. And so that's when my wife closes her door and locks it. And anybody wants to talk to her, it's like, I want to see you using that hand sanitizer, and you need to put on a mask because you're sick. And a lot of them get mad and they walk away and they won't talk to her for that day. It's like, hey, you're coughing and sneezing and doing all sorts of crap all over the place, and you won't even use hand sanitizer and put a mask on.
Yeah, we both got the first round of it in like December, January, before they even mentioned what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was going around in the college, at the school. Everyone at the school had it. Everyone on base had it where my wife was still working. And we both got the first round of it. And then after that, we've been fine. We've also upped our zinc D and C intake and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems everybody I know that keeps getting it or has serious problems, it's because they got the juice or they went in the hospital and they gave them the bad stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That stuff that starts with the R.
Yeah. And here is the sad part. The doctor that developed this refuses to call it a V. He calls it a mNRA, a messenger NRA protein tracker.
Yeah, and I can talk to detail about it because I was going through medical anthropology at that time because I was taking all of the anthropology courses, including medical. And that was a big part of the class because that's where the current technology is going. And a lot of it was studying the DNA chain of blood types and how to study them throughout history to track people and stuff, to track different groups of people. Well, that technology specifically because certain countries like in China, they're using it to edit genes and do designer babies. And the big question is using this stuff even ethical? And then I was in that class when the COOF hit. And then after that, when I took the second round of the course with all the labs and stuff, everything was wiped. We didn't talk about it. We were doing labs on like evolution from monkeys, and it had nothing to do with the actual DNA and medical portion of anthropology. And they act like it didn't even exist. But the whole time we were studying it, and we were studying the failed animal tests in the UK where 50% of the animals were dying, and that's why it was never approved for human use. And then when I took the second course with all the labs, it was like never mentioned, like we didn't study it at all.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the doctor says it was only designed to do one thing: suppress symptoms. That's it. That has nothing to do with transmission, either way, getting it or giving it. And he came out. He said, "Hey, I'm the guy that designed this. And guess what happened? They took away his Instagram, took away his Twitter, took away his Facebook, took away his YouTube channels. Everything gone."
Well, that's like the guy that developed a testing machine that can't actually read what it has. It just reads if you have something in your system, not what it is. And he came out and said that, and they ruined. I think they killed him. Honestly, I think he died.
Yeah. And what was so interesting at the very beginning, someone came, and one of the doctors and stuff working on it says, guys, this test that you're using to see if it'll detect any CV that you've had in the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's based on like trying to describe it. When they take your blood and they test your blood and they put it in the machine and it has to do a certain amount of revolutions to check everything, that's kind of how that test works. But they were doing it like 6 times the amount of revolutions that they were supposed to. So it was detecting all kinds of ridiculous stuff and everything was false popping.
Yeah. 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 It's just, one of those things. But yeah, so, yeah, and then, my son in California there has got really sick, and he tested, came up negative, tested, came up negative, tested again, came up positive over 3 days that he was sick. And it's like, he had something else to begin with.
And that's the thing about it. You'll never know if you really have that or not because of the way they do the testing.
Yeah.
You'll never know if it was that or the flu or the cold or, and I had every symptom when I had it, when the first round came around, I had every symptom except for like the taste and smell thing. I could still taste and smell everything just fine. So you don't even, and it felt like a combination. I felt like I had a cold, but I had like the body aches like a flu, and I was just tired all the time for like 2.5 weeks.
Here's what the interesting thing: during the most of December and of 19 and January of 20, there was a really bad strain of regular flu going around. Of course, no one covered that because they're all talking first. Oh, this is nothing coming from China. We don't need to shut the borders down. And then, oh, we need to shut the borders down. And then everything else. And, I know that there were 4 people from the CDC that were lying to Congress and to the president, and they got arrested and were charged. And then a certain person who sits on the panel overseeing the judiciary, justice, for the Justice Department stuff and everything else, all of a sudden she was in there saying, making wheels and deals behind the thing, and they got slapped with little itty bitty $50 fines, and that was it. But because these guys were saying, oh no, it's nothing, we don't need to do anything, blah 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 blah. There is a tactical response plan that was in place that was supposed to go into effect on January 3rd, banning anyone who is in China or has been in China from coming into the United States, citizen or not.
Yeah, I think it was
and that was shelved.
There was a lot of stuff done intentionally because Chinese New Year was coming up, and especially the Chinese government knew that people were going to travel from all over the world to go back to see their family, then go back to where they're working or living. And these things did come out of a military lab. Without getting too deep into it.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a real stuff going on. Yes. Oh. Yeah. But on the lighter side, my mistake I made 2 weeks before Christmas worked out okay. My boys both got their presents that I thought I had ordered, and it was just sitting in there waiting to be purchased. They didn't go through it, kick back whatever Amazon did on it. It was just sitting there. So I go, what the crap is this doing here? And I was like, and then it had like a 10-day instead of the 2-day delivery for California because they're in California. And so they got their presents. One was I got them a big mug, fancy, what's the word I'm looking for? Slobbery, tear jerky, I'm glad you're my son, blah, 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 blah. You're better than, you might think, type, thing on it. And he really liked it. And the other one is into wolves and stuff. And I got him a huge mouse pad for put his keyboard and everything on. Because the other one I got him was about 4 years ago, and it's getting pretty ratty looking. So I got him a new one, a little different design. He got his, and he liked it.
Right on.
But my wife still hasn't told me what she bought with her birthday present. I gave her $100 Amazon gift card. I know she accepted it because when she redeemed it. I got an email from Amazon saying, "Well, your gift card has been redeemed."
Yeah.
They never tell you what the person buys, just they put it and put it into their system. But I wasn't going to ask her when she's here either. It's just like I'll just see if she tells me.
Yeah, we usually do Christmas for the kids and the family, and then afterwards we'll just buy whatever we want for ourselves. So.
Yeah, I did a video on the grab it here on this thermometer system. So the 72 is the temperature where this is at, and the 40 is the humidity. Then there are 3 other units around, and so it measures the humidity where they're at and the temperature where they're at. Well, I've gotten one of these, did a video on it, got a second one for the other half of the house, made mention on it in a couple of my videos in passing. And my wife goes and buys me something at Sam's and sends it to me, and it's like, it costs more than that bed for 3 unit for the base unit and 3 remotes. And all it was a base unit with a remote you put somewhere else to read it. It didn't read where the base was itself. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm taking this back. She goes, why? I already got a unit that has 3 remotes as well as is the temperature at the base. Didn't you see the video? I know it was out there on Facebook because I put it to Facebook as well so you could see it.
Okay, I gotta get one of those and a weather station for the wife. She wants a weather station.
Yeah.
She did weather for 22 years in the Navy. Now she wants one out here that she can link up.
Yeah. All right. Okay, who was it? Was it Kaylin Strain that was talking about that? It was either Kaylin or I forget who it was. One of the female followers was talking about you can get part of join this connected group, and they'll send you this equipment. You can set it up, and it reports and everything, and that way you become a reporting station for weather, for wind speeds and the temperatures and and rainfall and everything else.
Yeah, there's different stuff out there. There's like Davis Instruments. They make some pretty good stuff. There's a company that makes one called Tempest, and they both have their own systems where it plugs into a program, kind of like Windy, and then everyone's things are uploaded, and you can kind of see where the weather is everywhere.
Yeah. This was they were talking about the system, the network is what they were talking about, and how you can join it. And I never did get around to, because I guess until I get all the garden, all the trees and everything done, I don't know where I can put it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to keep having to move it, instead of running or accidentally backing over it with the tractor. But yeah. But you remember when you were on my 24-hour live there? They didn't ding that section where I was going on it.
Yeah, that's something I was wondering, because I wanted to make like a nice mount and have like a shotgun and a guitar behind me. Yeah. And I was like, man, YouTube's probably going to ding that because they frown upon that now. So I was trying to figure out what to build up on the wall behind me back here.
Yeah. Well, if you tell them that's a green screen, that's a green screen. See, if it's a green screen still image, they don't have problems with it.
Yeah.
But I know they were really coming down hard on a lot of the firearm channels until all of a sudden they realized, so I guess some big firearms channels jumped ship And all of a sudden they realized, holy crap, we just lost a lot of advertising.
I remember
and then some of the advertisers, the firearm advertisers, pulled stuff. The holsters guys pulled stuff, and because what they were doing, they said, hey, you're ruining our thing. We're not going to advertise with you. I just now finally got a company that I finally started seeing holsters again.
Yeah.
Because the YouTube realized, oh, gee whiz, we just shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, if you discriminate against, 70% of the people out there, or half the people out there, you're going to lose all kinds of money.
Yeah. Whoa.
The firearms channel.
I missed what Chris just said here. Yeah. I know there's a guns range and store here in Idaho Falls that I didn't know about. Of course, I really hadn't been going up there for the stuff. And my son said, hey, I found someone new to send my stuff to you. Got to go up there and pick up my rifle for me because you can't get it sent to California.
Yeah.
So he sends it here, and he sends it to me as a gift to me. So I go up there and I register it in my name and stuff, to get it. And I'm looking around. It's like, holy macro, they got so much ammunition here. I said, have you guys ever been low on ammunition? They go, no, we've been fully stocked the entire time. And it just kind of blew my mind because Cabela's here in Idaho Falls went from 4 double-sided aisles of ammunition down to 1.5.
Yeah, most people are lazy and they'll only go to like Cabela's or Sportsman's or whatever the biggest thing is in town. But if you look around, you find out where just Google Map where all the gun stores and everything is. And I had my honey holes the whole time. I was shooting 45 every week for over a year because it was cheaper than 9mm. It was really weird. It was a COVID miracle.
Yeah. Yeah, my son probably was wishing for that too. Yep. Trying to think back when it was. He found a good deal and he got like 400 rounds sent here. And so, it was 2 years ago. So January 2021, it came here, and my wife came up when we bought the second house here. And she took it back with her. And he goes, I can't find it. Why didn't you send it down? It did go down. And so we haven't heard anything from him. I guess he found it and is too embarrassed to say, oops, I found it. He stashed it in his bedroom.
Man, this area is nice because, you'd be driving around all the little mountain passes. There's people set up, selling stuff, selling guns, selling ammo. We're like an hour and 10 minutes away from Smoky Mountain Knife Works and Bud's Guns. So there's always deals on ammo and stuff at those two places. So they're always stocked.
Yeah. I got an email for this coming Saturday. This is I'm going to show it here. There we go. This is the indoor shooting range and stuff I was talking about. They have Springfield Demo Day on this Saturday. Free range time, free Springfield rentals, free targets, free eye and ear protection, 5 rounds of ammunition, and a huge sale on all Springfield firearms.
That's pretty
cool. Of
cool.
Course, the last one, the one I really wanted to go to was the one with Mossberg was there, and it was snowing so hard I couldn't take that piece of crap truck I have out of the driveway without getting stuck on the street.
Yeah.
So this is coming up here. So hopefully, let me take a look back. Saturday, it's clear on Saturday. A little foggy in the morning and clear in the afternoon. Hopefully I can get up there and take a look at some of their stuff. And see, Don is in the house. WD Glock and Roll. I'm afraid to ask about that one, Brenda. Is he a wholesaler? Is he does he work for a gun shop? Does he work?
You just picking them up on the street on the way home from Chicago or something?
Hey, it's Hello Tofu. How's it going? And so, yeah.
I should probably start checking Bud's gun shop because they put in a huge range. They claim it's the world's largest indoor range, but I've seen bigger ones.
Right.
But they probably have, because they do so much volume, they probably have stuff like that going on now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. There's I want to get a couple more shotguns. I really like the shortness and maneuverability of the Henry Rifles 410 shotgun, lever action shotgun. It holds 5 rounds. I mean, and it's short. It's good inside the house.
Yeah,
$1,000. But it's a Henry. It's built like a tank, and there's had all the reviews on it are nothing but good.
It really depends on what you want to do. You want a Henry, go for it. Or if you just want something to add more firepower for a specific reason, you could get like 3 of the Mossbergs for that much.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things I'm looking at right now, two of the rifles. One is shotgun pros. Both these shotguns are semi-automatic. Both take, and they're all magazine feed.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so the one is based on the AK, and it's called Kalashnikov USA Comrade, Komrad, and it's got where's the information on it here? It's got a 12.5-inch barrel. Total length is 31.5 inches. It comes with a 5-round magazine plus 1 in the chamber, but you can get the 10, 15, 20, 30, or 50 round. The last 2 are drums, but you can magazines or drums for it. And supposedly, I'm trying to track it down. Someone says this company makes a 150 round drum magazine for 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to war with that sucker.
If it would handle slugs, that would be incredible.
Oh yeah,
that'd be to dump 100 slugs and then drop it and move forward.
It's like, it doesn't have to be 100 slugs. If it, hang on, let me double check something else here. What does it take? Is it the 2 3/4, or is it the 3-inch? It's not saying here. Even on the 2 3/4 inch shells, loaded up with triple-aught buck. Yeah, that's almost sometimes almost better than a slug. Hey, old ways, gardening and prepping. Oh, he gets 60 pounds of ammo free every year. You want to adopt me?
60 pounds?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. 60 pounds, I mean, it's like, shoot. It's like, okay, so I'm going to get 5 pounds of this, 20 pounds of this, so it's like.
Be like I'm buying a 50 cal.
What, you only want 10 rounds?
Yeah. I almost bought a 338 Lapua when we were up in Arizona because I actually had to room to shoot it up there.
Yeah. Thinking about that, that's probably all loaded. You can't just get 60 pounds of lead
Yeah.
and load and reload yourself.
Yeah, mount on a mobility scooter. Make a Walmart technical.
Uh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure there's someone around here that has a rig like that. This place,
The other
everyone
one I
talks
was looking
like,
at here was is an American company, or Black Aces.
yeah, I've been really interested in their stuff. I'm always on the fence because I really want a 1301.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't owned a semi-auto shotgun, but I've shot a lot of them, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
waiting. I want to get a 1301, and
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of issues with them. The only ones I've seen that are under $1,000 that shoot reliably, that you don't have to constantly adjust the gas for the load, is the Mossberg 930.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, this company, Black Aces, started out doing customized work on Mossbergs and Remingtons,
yeah,
and now they're making their own. And when this article came out, I didn't catch the article in time because they had their the Black Aces Tactical Pro Series M, 18.5-inch barrel, 10 round magazine plus one in the chamber, 269.
yeah, it's really really tempting on the Black
Yeah,
Aces
and
stuff.
it was a sale that was going on back for Black Friday, and I missed ordering out. Now it's $200 more, so right now it's $469 for this shotgun, but it takes that same aftermarket magazine that the other one does, so you can get the 30 or the 50 round drum magazine for it.
Yeah. I got one more rifle build I got to do before I pick up another shotgun. I got a lot of shotguns.
Yeah. So and even the Mossberg 590 has a magazine variant, but that's a pump.
So here's a question for you. You ever get a gun that you think you were going to like and you got it and you hated it?
I noticed myself freezing up on my side, not just on the YouTube side. So I had to go in and do things real quick. Yeah, I got I love Smith and Wessons, but I got the 645. This was 35 years ago, and it has the ambidextrous safeties, but it was just too big for my hand. It didn't feel comfortable. At the same time I got that, I got a matched pair of the 639s. The 6 men, the stainless steel, and so I had the the 639s I got because all right, when I get married, this will be a nice gun for whoever I marry. And when we had our first kid, she said, "Get rid of the pistols, keep the rifles, get rid of the pistols." Now she's going, "Why did I tell you that?" Because your mother got to you. But yeah, but the Smith & Wesson 45 was just too big for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys were telling me about the come on, brain work, the 5.7, FN's 5.7 and Ruger's 5.7. And so I went in up there to that gun store. I went to try it out, and I just it's just like, again, the spacing here was too big because it's a longer semi-auto, and it just didn't feel comfortable just holding it. I didn't even fire it. I just picked it up and go, this is not comfortable. And the guy was, what's comfortable? You really want to know what's comfortable? You see those single action ball and caps over there? He handed one to me. Yeah, that. And I started doing all my stuff on it because I grew up training on those for quick draw competition.
Yeah.
And so it's the shape of the old revolvers. It was designed to match a human hand.
Yeah, I grew up. I'm kind of like the opposite. I like the longer front to rear with the flat sides because I grew up shooting 1911s, and I actually like the 5.7s because I have orangutan hands.
Oh.
But I don't like them on the sides. Like, I don't know if you've ever held the SIG 220 or the SIG P226. They kind of flare out on the sides. Even though I have big hands, they don't sit right in my hand. Like my wife's 220, I can't. It's like I got to relearn how to shoot every time I pick it up.
Yeah, I got to look at another one. Someone recommended I should go try out, just see how it feels. That's the Glock 29 small frame. Because it's shaped, it's narrower and it's really big. It's made for a woman, they say.
10
but
millimeter?
It's 10 millimeter. What's nice about that is it takes it can eat both the 10s and the Smith & Wesson 40s.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Because the ramp and everything was designed to take both.
Well, they use some of the bullets are the same weights on them too. Like a good solid 10 millimeter, you're looking at 180 to 200 grain. You can get 180 grain 40 cal too. So
yeah. Well, you know how the 40 cal came into existence, don't you?
Yeah, because the FBI couldn't handle it.
Yeah, they couldn't handle a 10 mil. Wait a minute. The FBI originally had when they went when they had their first semi-autos was the 1911 45.
Yeah. But the
makes you wonder what sort of wimps they have in the FBI nowadays.
The 45 is not bad though. It's more of like a gentle shove. It's not snappy. Like a 40 cal and a 10 millimeter is a little snappy. Both of them are. But if you have a correct grip, you're right back on target. I'm actually back on target quicker with my 40 cals than I am other calibers for whatever reason.
Yeah, it'd be, there's a lot, if I ever find that winning lottery ticket, I'm going to be spending a lot of time up there at the gun range. Okay, I want to test out this one here. Okay, I want several different variants. Okay, I'll take 3 of these. Now test that. Okay, I'll take 4 of those.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things I like to get. Like 10 millimeter, I've wanted for a long time. It was just they weren't making anything other than the Glock or like a Dan Wesson Razorback for a long time until the last few years.
Oh, what is the one? It's the I'm gonna get crap from the side chat here on this one. What's the there are 2 names that are closely. One's considered a junk gun. High power.
Oh, high point. And
high point.
Power.
High point.
High points are cool though.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys that do reviews on it say, yeah, it looks ugly, but it's gonna. But if I'm stuck with something that is ugly, then I can drop in the mud, pick it up, and it'll fire. Or one of these nice, cool. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Drop in the mud and have it jam. I want the one that's going to fire.
Yeah.
And they have it. They have a 10 mil carbine, the 1095.
Yeah, that's something I don't understand. With all the PCCs out there, the pistol caliber carbines, why aren't they making 10 millimeters? Like High Point did it before everyone else.
Mm-hmm. And supposedly it can also take the 40 as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd really like a Ruger pistol carbine. I forget the one the Ruger's called, the PCC or whatever, politically correct carbine.
Okay, there's an ugly in the side chat here. I'm not sure whatever that was talking about the the high point or not, but yeah. I mean, there are some really cool ones out there. But the coolest one that I wanted to get, they made several prototypes, and then they called it off. American, I think it's American Arms, made the Calico M200.
Oh, the Calicos are cool.
I know. And then they made the 900, which, because it had select fire on it, was for law enforcement and military only. And then they were going to make a 45. And it wasn't 45 ACP. It was 45 long Colt.
Oh, nice.
And they made 6 prototypes. And something happened and the company went. And that one was supposed to be semi-auto.
Yeah, did they buy a manufacturing plant in Argentina, like an old Nazi plant or something, if I remember right?
I'm not sure. But if they had made that 45, that was one of my, back before I was married, I had the money and I would have got one.
Yes.
Several extra magazines, like I did with my M22. I mean the 2200. So yeah. Don't need all that pretty crap. Just want it to work. Yeah. Oh, it was okay. I'm trying to remember the name of the channel here that does it. FTB. I think that's it. And he does a lot of reviews. He goes to all the gun shows and stuff, and he reviews all the things. But when I found him, he was doing a review on the high power or high point pistol, and he put a rope on it, and he threw it out in the pond.
Yeah.
And he pulled it out, and shot it. And he goes, I'm a gun snob. I hate this. He threw it in there, pulled it out, shot it. He goes, okay, I don't hate it as much.
Yeah, we bought one as a shop pistol. When I was still in the Navy, our shop did. We all just threw some money together and bought one. Took it out to the woods one day, and we put it on a rope, and we were swinging around, banging it against trees, and it still fired. Drug it behind a truck, threw it in mud. The thing kept going.
Yeah.
The high points are fun because they're cheap too.
Yeah.
You can get a bunch. You can just get one and just abuse it. But people don't realize that all you have to do for the most part is clean your gun, and it'll function every time. Because I'm probably the worst when it comes to actually using and abusing my stuff. I mean, I'm not just like throwing it on the ground doing stupid stuff, but I use all my guns. They get scratches, they get marks on them, they get worn. My dual tone stainless 1911's all scratched up because I use it and I carry it. And, a lot of people buy something like that and just stick it in a safe.
Yeah, someone's calling that keeping it on ice.
Same with my Langdon Tactical I bought myself when I got out of the Navy. That thing, I've been shooting the crap out of it. Why would you buy something that nice or something that's set up to shoot and then just put it in the safe? Yeah.
It's like my first pistol I have was a Smith & Wesson model 28 Highway Patrolman. That's a 357 on the end frame.
Yeah. And
it's got the 8 3/8" barrel. And everyone always gave me lip about it. It's so big, blah, 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 blah. I was working private security, carrying that thing around, big old monster thing. And when I went through the police academy, there were 2 other guys that still had, there were a bunch had revolvers. The majority had the semi-autos, but there are 2 others that had the exact same one, except one was exactly like mine. The other one was stainless steel. And we took first, second, and third for the competition shooting at the end of our time at the gun range. And it's like, and everyone's like, how come you guys are doing so good? Well, let's see, you got this little 3.5" barrel, and we got a 8 3/8" barrel. Ours comes out at the end of the barrel on target, not and hoping you hit. Because one of the guys goes, yeah, I got this, and I got a couple 25-round magazines for it. I said, cool. You can throw 25 rounds out there, and you might hit your target once. And hey, Bob, how's it going?
That's another thing about barrel length. It's harder to hit with shorter barrel lengths.
Yeah.
And then certain barrel lengths work better in certain guns. Like
hang on. I got to send an email real quick here to Bob.
Oh, my bad.
And now to go send a link. LINK. There it is. Boom. There's the link. Bob just emailed it to you. Yeah, he's got his end frame sitting next to him right now.
Yeah, I got mine sitting next to me right now, but I don't want to show it in case your stream gets pulled.
Yeah. No, I have a case that actually I can show the case. Yeah, if I get my hand on it here. Here we go. So, in my little case here, I have that's where my my Smith & Wesson is. And then I got my Thompson Contender in there with 3 barrels.
Nice.
And probably my favorite one on that of the barrels there is the 30-30, because that's also where I keep all my accelerator rounds.
That's cool. The 30-30 Thompson Contender.
And I also got the hang on 1 second here. 32-20. I always want to say 20-32. It's 32-20 barrel for it. And here he is. He's back in
the States. Yep.
Back in the States.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Were you over there for New Year's too?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Christmas, New Year's, all that. Good old holiday traveling. I don't like to stand in line. 1984 to 1988, in order to even eat crap, anything, you got to stand in line.
Oh man, I didn't even get to eat on deployments because of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're pulling patrol or you're working a flight deck or flight schedule or anything like that, you don't get to go leave an hour and a half to go eat.
Yeah, we'll give you about 10 minutes to grab a box nasty and get back. All right. Well, what I heard you guys talking about guns. I kind of like that.
Yeah, talking about different ones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I really want to go try out the Glock 29 small frame.
Yeah. Glock
that's like your 37. It can take 57, so it can take 38s. Well, the Glock 29 can take 10 or 40. Mm-hmm. So you can go with the heavy loads, or you can go with the light loads.
It'd be interesting to see what the recoil impulse on that is. A 10 mil with a small frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my son's got a 10 millimeter. It's a all steel. I think it's a Walther. That thing's got some pop to it, man. I mean, really, it does. But yeah, I think a 10 millimeter would be good in a carbine rifle of some kind.
Yeah. I like how it gets them down there in a hurry.
It sure does. Mm-hmm.
Come on, computer.
But I've kind of gone away. I mean, I've carried a lot of I was never a Glock guy. I carried a lot of Springfields.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so sick of polymer pistols and ARs these days. I've been kind of going back to steel frame stuff, 1911s, Berettas. I really want to get one of those new Springfield SA-35s that are modeled after Browning High Power.
Oh, nice. My son just got, I think it was like about a year ago, he got a Springfield, I don't recall the model, but 1911. And that thing is sweetness, man. Stainless, just beautiful pistol.
All right, my computer's acting up on me here. Hang on, guys. All right. Come on. Let's go, baby. You can work. There we go.
Hello, old ways. Yeah. I think I should look into if I buy another weapon. I was talking about how I can't recall who made them, but they're a 6 or 8 shot revolving carbine rifle. It's a revolver.
Mhm.
I would like to get that chambered in either 357 or 38 special, either one. I'd like to have 357.
Yeah.
That would be a great companion for our couple of handguns that are already 357s.
Yeah. They make it in 357. They make it in 45 long.
Mhm.
And so I know I've seen those.
I think it was Taurus or Uberty. I can't remember who was making those.
Yeah,
I think it was Remington that was making the originally,
Hmm.
or H&R. H&R.
H&R. Okay.
H&R may have made some as well.
Yeah, I checked one of those out in the gun store that's got an indoor range. Mrs. and I were looking at it, but at that time it was like, just little coin stuff going on, so I put that off.
I had an H&R a while back that I liked. I got it in storage out in Arizona. It was a single barrel 12 gauge with the auto eject. And I got the kit to where you can drop in different calibers into it.
Nice.
Thing's fun.
Yeah.
I bought it for testing loads because they had it on sale at Walmart for like 85 or 90 bucks. And I bought it for making cut shells and wax slugs and sending them down.
That's a good idea. Pick up a speeder. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where was it? I'm looking up some information here. Where is the name of the company? I did some research on the Glock 29SF, and there's a company that makes aftermarket barrels for it. So you can actually instead of the 3.78 inch barrel, you can get like a 5-inch barrel or the 9-inch. The 9-inch barrel for it with the threaded barrel for all the accessories. Mm-hmm. And so there was another company that made an accessory on it that this was the end of it. It didn't just on there, it went on like this, and the threads were in the middle, so it had all that backspace around it that wasn't being used. So it's not hanging out there that much farther. It basically shortened up the of it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and so I was trying to find out the name of the barrel make. I had it here in the written down. I just can't find it here. Okay, maybe down farther here. Let's see here.
Never underestimated sawed off. I would love to have a little coach gun.
That would be nice.
The Mossberg has a sawed off manufactured one with basically it's a whippet gun, but they call it something else. Mm-hmm. And they have it in 12 gauge, 20 gauge, and 410. I don't know if they make it in 16. This is what they had in that store there. I mean, it's like and it has the swivel eyelet on the butt of it, so you can carry it like that.
Yeah.
And it's like but it's a pump, and I can just see.
Oh, it's a Shockwave. Is that what it is? The Mossberg Remington Mossberg Shockwave? Is that the one you're talking about?
Nightstick. It's got the wood handle and everything.
Yeah, and well, anyways, all I know, I can just see if I got one of those for my wife. The first time she accidentally double racks, does that thing, instead of doing the hard thing.
So I have a pistol brace for mine, and it balances just like my 14-inch patrol shotgun did. And that's probably the best way to go with those, because most men can shoot one of those without the stock on or without the brace on it.
Yeah.
But your wife being, Army, she might be able to do it too. Just from physical
Yeah.
standards and having more upper body strength. But yeah, the brace is definitely the way to go on those because they balance perfect with that 14-inch barrel, and you wouldn't have to worry about about her short stroking it that way either.
Yeah.
Hey, for farming forwards.
I've got a 590 right behind me with a shorter stock on it. It's actually my wife's. It's got the short barrel. It's factory short barrel, 18-inch, whatever, 16. I don't know. But it fits her pretty well because she's only about 4'11", maybe.
Did
And
you go with the Hogue stock on it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Hogue or
Yeah.
it's one of the. If I said the name, you'd know it immediately. But
I did the same thing for my wife. I went with the Hogue stock because it's like a 12.5-inch length of pole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. SGR. I can't remember, but I'm going to leave this stock. Oh, it's a mag pole.
The Magpul, the adjustable
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I put an extra thick butt pad on it, and I got it fitted just perfectly for her. You know,
Yeah.
one extension on the mag pole, and then a thick butt pad just for her, and she can handle it, man.
Yeah.
And I got to admire her guts because the first time she took this out and shot it, she bought 100 rounds of double-aught buckshot. She dumped every round down range. 7 days later, she bought 100 more rounds of double-aught buckshot, and she pumped it. She was covered in bruises, but she just like bam, bam. You know, well, growing up, she's a black belt, so she knows how to take pain.
Yeah. Shotguns are just fun though. Even if you're shooting one that hurts you, they're great to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
My wife did the same thing. I let her shoot. She wanted to shoot my shockwave, and she handled it. I was surprised.
Yeah.
It was I had one hand on her shoulder and the other just above the gun, just in case.
I got it. Mm-hmm.
Lone Wolf Distributors. Makes the barrels. Different ones.
Hmm.
So you can get the exact same size. I mean, I guess they customize the barrels the same size with threads and stuff, and they go all the way up to 9 inches for the and supposedly it's done just the same as the Glock one, so it takes both the 10 and the 40s.
Yeah, we've got enough firearms in different calibers and styles to do what we need to do. But I do like for the 1911, I've got a carbine rifle upstairs that shoots the same magazines as a 1911. My son has a 1911. The revolver next to me is 45 auto revolver also. I like to keep like a carbine rifle that can shoot same pistol cartridges because like an example, I don't know if you ever carried an M14, Wayne.
Yeah.
But those are made for a 20-year-old guy. To carry one every day, those are made for a 20-year-old man. When you get over 50 like me, no, we're not going to be able to march that far with that heavy of a rifle. So, and in my experiences with shooting animals, the chances of you actually seeing something over 100 yards away, no. I mean, honestly, out in the woods or in a suburban area, if you can hit something at 100 yards, you're going to be doing pretty good. You understand what I mean? Because I've got sniper rifles that I've practiced with, and I have a couple, but chances are, even in the deserts of eastern Washington, unless you have a high place to hide, chances are you're not going to see anything at 200 yards. Period. Because
actually, you came in about a half an hour late. We've been talking about this for the last half hour, Jeremy.
And that's where glassing and learning how to move stealthily and glassing things comes into play.
You bet it does, and that comes in handy for any situation, how to walk quietly, and how not to move the brush when you're going through it, and yeah, it's very handy to know.
Or using just, the terrain to your advantage, even if it's just like a 1.5 foot swell that you can move behind something they can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of things come in handy.
Yeah.
There you go, Jeremy.
Do that a lot out on the ranch in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We had a lot of problems out there.
we have a lot of 22 rifles, and we have a couple 30-30 saddle rifles, and of course, then I got my 30-30 Thompson Center here. But yeah, and so we got 22 rifles. I got a bunch of 22 revolvers.
Yeah.
And so I get my 22 revolvers that we have have the cylinder for the 22 long rifle or the 22 Magnum. And so the next thing now, I've been talking to my boys and stuff. They'll get a 22 Magnum rifle now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so so that's one of the things that's on the shopping list. Keep an eye out for a nice 22 Magnum rifle.
Yeah, I had a bolt action Marlin 22 Magnum with a decent little scope, six power scope. The thing was a tack driver. Marlin used to make, I don't know if they still do or not, what's called a micro groove barrel. It's got like 12 lands and grooves in it. And with that 22 Magnum and a decent scope, and I hand lapped it and I free floated the barrel and all that. Oh, look out, Tweety. Yeah. Pop. You put little hollow points in a 22 Magnum. I don't want to get hit with that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I had a little 22 Magnum Savage bolt action rifle. It was tiny. It was like a little kid's one.
Yeah.
That was my meat rifle when I was first few years in the military. That was my meat rifle, and I had to feed my family because they don't pay us enough.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Where is it? Come on, where is it? I know Henry makes a bunch here in the 22 Magnum as well, but that's the axe. Come on, where is the mare's leg? Mare's leg. There we go.
Yeah, that old ways. I've got a 22 or a 45 camp carbine or carbine chambered in 45 auto. It's got the micro groove barrels in it also. That is a fun little rifle to shoot.
Camp carbines are cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So you got the 22 here in short, long, or long rifle, the 22 Magnum, and then the brass one is either 45 Colt, 44 Magnum, or 357 Magnum.
Yeah.
Which means you can also put the 38s in it.
Yep.
But 22 Magnum, $525, 9 rounds.
Yeah.
Your 357 38 is 1,133, 5 rounds.
Uh-huh.
And then your 45 is same price with 5 rounds. Then your regular 22 is 508. And it takes 10 rounds of the long rifle or 16 rounds of the shorts.
That's a real markup on the 357. They know that one's going to sell. So they doubled the price on it. That's
not only 357, the 357, the 44, and the 45 are all 1,133.
Oh God!
All 3 of them. The 22 short, long rifle is 508. Now it doesn't say how many of the longs. It probably takes 12 longs in it.
Yeah, but they know there's a large shooting community, cowboy action people that would pay for that.
Yeah.
And then the 22 Magnum has 9 rounds, and it's $17 more at $525. but still 9 rounds for a mare's leg. I mean,
these are the new Marlins, right? That Ruger's making.
These are Henry's.
Oh, Henry's. My bad. I thought you were on Marlin's site for some reason.
No, I'm on the Henry. Made in America, or not made at all.
I want one of their single barrel shotguns that they're making now. Those are really nice.
Mm-hmm. But like, one of the things that I want to get my wife go up here to the. They got. I mean, just about a bunch of different cool ones there. Where is the axe? That's cool. The lever action axe.
Yeah.
It's 410 shotgun. 5-shot.
Mm-hmm. There's a nice little compact rifle Ruger makes that's chambered 9mm. And any of you guys know any manufacturer who makes something like that in 45 auto?
H&K.
H&K makes
the
a compact,
but it's expensive.
Yeah, as soon as you say H&K, cha-ching. Yeah. It seems like the manufacturers are trying to move away from the 45 auto and going for 40, 9mm or whatever else,
A lot of it's contract based because law enforcement went away from 40s and 45. There were still a lot of cops out there, departments using 45, and the last few years they went solid 9mm, and they try to make all these excuses. Oh, because of bullet technology, it's so much better, and blah. It's cost per round, and they got a deal, so all the manufacturers are moving that way too.
Yeah. They gotta. I guess they gotta meet the demand. Oh, I can understand that.
That was something that they did mention up there at the gun shop up there when I was up there. The 5.7. They also got it in a carbine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Ruger's making.
If my wife decides she likes the 5.7, the FN 5.7 pistol, if she decides she likes it, then I'll buy her that, and I'll also buy her a carbine 5.7, so she has the same ammunition for both.
Yeah, that's what I've done in my house.
And what's neat, the 5.7 compared to a 9mm. The 9mm will be stopped by certain body armor. The 5.7 just will right through it.
Yeah. 5.7's a nasty little round. It'll push through the Kevlar fibers just like a 22 mag will, because it pushes the fibers apart as it passes through.
Oh, that's naughty.
Mm-hmm. So all those Antifa guys storming around your house that are wearing, they ain't gonna stand a chance. You just whoop.
Yeah, my son had kind of a saga with a 357. He comes home with a 357 Magnum, an 8-round revolver, and I said, "Oh, that's awesome!" And it was made, and I went, "What is this, man? It's a Smith, but it's so light, and it has." Oh, therefore they made an amalgam frame. It's an end frame, and it was very, very light. But he shot it quite a few times, and the darn frame cracked on him. And so next thing you know, he comes home with, he took it back and got a stainless. Basically the same thing as I've got sitting next to me. Mine's at 45 auto, but his is 357 Magnum with an 8-shot revolver. So it's like, man, that thing, it just gave me wood, dude. That thing's just perfect.
It's a 327.
I can't remember what it is. It's got some. That sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah, those are sweet pistols. If it's the one I'm thinking, the Smith 327 is not the caliber, the model number for the revolver.
Yeah.
Hang on, I got a comment here. I can't see the 40 cal being phased out because that's what the FBI uses, and not just the FBI. Several other federal agencies are using that because they're too much of a wimps to use a 10 mil.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It's like 357, 38, 10 mil, 40.
Mhm.
40 cal is going to be around for a long time. There's a lot of people that have 40. It just during times like the COOF and crunch time, typically 40 and 45 production lines get shut down first to service the 9mm need, and 5.56 need, stuff like that, that are more, there's more of them out there, more in common use. And then once they start getting, what's the term for it? I can't think tonight. But once they produce enough, then they start opening up their other lines for like 40 cal and 10 mil and everything else.
Yeah, I would recommend to anybody out there right now, there's stuff on the shelves right now. Go get it.
Yeah.
Go get it now, because we got where we got to fill out these little things and mail them in is coming up in a couple years. You hear what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Get it now. Get a few boxes put away and keep them warm, dry, and serviceable. Because like, well, 2 years ago here in Seattle area, man, this place was empty. There was even people who never ever went out and shot were at the store right now because of what was happening in Seattle. I mean, the shelves were empty of anything that shoots, and that happened like that quick.
Man, I could go on for hours about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old ways. Same thing with the 30-30. We used to go up to our neighbors at night with our 30-30 saddle rifles, and we'd watch that flame come out about 18 inches out of the end of the barrel.
Oh yeah.
And then I took up my my 10-inch barrel for my Thompson Center. Whoosh!
Yeah.
Big old ball of fire coming out of that thing at night.
We got a 357 Ruger SP 101. It's a snub nose 357, but we're standing in the lane right next to my son who's shooting that great big end frame 357, and my wife and daughter both fired it quite a few times to test it out, and the thing's a freaking cannon, man. And I got a talk Mrs. into getting an SP 101, a snub nose 357. And she fired a few 357s out of it, and she just, no, I'll put 38 specials in there. And that's what I've got loaded right now. 38 special plus P for a small frame pistol like that. That's just perfect. Yeah. But I urge anybody out there, there's stuff on the shelves right now that any type of gun, handgun, rifle, shotgun, they're out there right now. You can walk right into any gun store and buy boxes of ammo right now. Go get it.
And if you're worried about using your credit card, take cash.
Yeah.
Because they're not tracking that. They can't track cash sales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know some folks are worried about that, which is understandable, but I'm like, they already know I have the firearm.
Yeah.
They already know.
I'm in a system because of my job, so I don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the government's got my fingerprints for my enlistment and all that stuff. And when I got a concealed carry and all that, they've got my fingerprints. They know my name, my address, everything. So, yeah,
Yeah, there's it was in North Dakota, South Dakota. That I picked up a couple of ball and cap Navy 36s.
mm-hmm.
No paperwork. This was 79, and there was no paperwork on it. Just like, so walked right out the door with it.
Yeah.
And so there's no record of it being in my name.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Okay, if they come and confiscate them, that's probably not going to happen. I'm just okay. Go ahead, go take them. Because I can go down to Dopeville right now and buy anything I want with cash.
Yeah.
They're all stolen items, of course, but they're all out there in Dopeville. You know, not a good thing to do, but they're out there. You know, so go ahead and come pick them up. You know, I'm not going to try to stand off against the Washington State Patrol or somebody like that or the guard. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not foolish. You know, I'm not bulletproof, man.
But we banned them. How can they be there?
Yeah. Well, haven't they also banned opioids and prostitution and everything else? It's all still out there, man. You know, but on paper it says it's illegal. You know, but it still happens. You know,
Are you in Seattle, or
Self-certified
are
is
you in the
now
area?
on my channel,
In the
so I
area.
can self-certify my
Yeah.
my videos.
No, cool.
Yeah, we recently met our British relatives over in the Philippines, and they were asking them. We were all talking about them coming to visit us here in the States, and I told them again. I think it's the third time I've told them in all these years. You can come visit us, no problem. But I am not taking you to downtown Seattle for any reason.
Not anymore. I mean, 12 years ago, Seattle was a nice city.
Yeah, it was.
And it only took them 10 years to destroy it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, as soon as it put it on sanctuary status, it all went right downhill, man. But yeah, here's my wife going, "Oh, it's not that bad." Yeah, it is, hon. It is that bad. Drive through, just stay on I-5 and drive right straight through Seattle. Oh,
Count
them
the
people
fires.
ain't them. Yeah, the fires and the tents. Them people ain't living alongside the highway because they want to. They're doing it because they are addicted. And you go walking into that, you're asking for trouble. You know?
I worked all over the world in third world countries and stuff, and I never once worried about stepping in human crap until I came back home to the States.
Same here.
You know,
Same here.
This blows my mind.
Yeah.
The stuff that's acceptable in the cities now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just came back from a poor country, and over there they don't poop on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Go downtown Seattle, yeah, they do.
And that's actually one of the better things to step in. You're lucky if you don't step in a needle.
Yeah, I know. But I watch different videos because I'm not going to go to downtown Seattle anymore. Downtown Seattle had a big boom where they're building apartments, condominiums, business buildings. All of those structures are now empty. Amazon moved their headquarters because so many of their employees were being physically assaulted on their way to work and home. They left.
Mm-hmm.
They took all those jobs to another state. I think it's Tennessee, some other place. You know, yeah. That's why I told my British relatives, I'm not. If you want to go to downtown Seattle, go ahead. I'm not going with you. You know. Hello,
Hey,
Shawnee.
Yeah,
Wayne, you came from this area. You remember what it was like.
Yeah, I grew up in Snohomish County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we used to go over to San Francisco all the time back in the 70s and 80s. You couldn't pay me to go over there now. I mean, the last time I was over there, there were 4 of us armed taking Bart over to the federal building in San Francisco. Get off, Bart, and it was like, "Ugh, watch where you're stepping, guys."
Yeah.
Get upstairs on the street level, go in, and then we'd come back out, and it's just like, all right, we're going back down again. Watch your steps.
Yeah, Shawnee, I'm back in the States. We arrived two days ago, I think it was, and got quite a rude awakening very late last night. Mrs. and I were laying in bed, and we heard 2 very loud booms. Wayne, it sounded like 105s landing on the ground.
Yeah.
And then we had a quick power glitch. There was boom, then a power glitch, boom, and another one. And I went, oh, fuck. I'm out of bed, man. Sorry, hon. I don't know what it was. Maybe 2 trees coming down in the heavy winds we had last night. But I'm awake now.
Transformers blowing.
Could be, but I'm awake now. Make it an early morning.
Yeah, I had a moment driving out here I think it was in September. We were cruising up over the mountain, and black walnut, the trees, the things were falling off of them.
Mhm.
And one of them hit the car, and it sounded like we were taking fire from a 30 cal. Like I started swerving.
That's what I was when I sprang up out of bed late last night. Is it woke both of us up out of a sound sleep because we're still getting our hours more or less adjusted, and both of us were sitting straight up. What the was that?
Yeah.
I still don't know what it was.
It sounds like someone smacking a bat on your car as you're going by. You just hear the smack. You're like, oh, all of a sudden you just kick back into it like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, Shawnee. High alert. I came right out of that bed, and I looked around the windows and all that, and I told Mrs. I'm going to go down and light a couple of candles in case we lose power, and I'm just going to go make a pot of coffee. I guess 3 a.m. is the magic moment to wake up today.
Okay.
Be right back, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out in Memphis old ways. I feel sorry for you, man. I've been hearing a lot of bad stuff about Memphis.
There we go.
Only drove through there once, but I got a buddy that works out there.
Okay, I'm just checking some stuff here. It didn't, it was, even though it was scheduled, it didn't monetize it like it was supposed to. So I just went in and monetized the live stream here. So if anybody goes out and comes back in, you may or may not see an ad. Yeah, so those that came in late, so just got monetization on the channel here. However, it's not totally complete because I can't do channel memberships yet. And so the 31st, which is a Tuesday, is going to be the giveaway for the channel. So you can still get other channels to join, and you can still get in on the 1,000 subscriber giveaway challenge contest rather to try to get one of those Amazon gift cards or the Survival Medicine Handbook, the Essential Guide for When Help Is Not on the Way by Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. 4th edition, color version.
My form of medical treatment is, do you have any gold teeth while you can still talk? Can you tell me? Do you get it? Do you have any gold teeth? Where is your wallet anyway? Do you mind if I have your car?
You got any gold teeth?
Yeah.
You say your back's hurting? Do you carry your wallet on your right side or left side? Because that can be twisted here. Let me take it out so you get you laying flat here.
Last day you tap them on the chest. Never mind. Don't worry. We're going to split up all your gear. So you can go in peace. That's my medical treatment right there. Don't worry. We'll split up all your gear. And do you have any gold teeth back there?
Yeah. So,
numbers to your safe. I like the way she thinks. I like that.
Oh, good one, Shotty. Good one. All right, that one's going up.
That's the kind of crap us GIs say to each other in the barracks talk. Hey, man, you're gold teeth, and you mind if I get a hold of your girlfriend while you're gone? To put it nicely, barracks talk is not like that. It's far more crude.
Well, I'll need to go visit her and comfort her.
Yeah. I'll take good care of her.
Let's see what we got there. Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh.
So, where is it? Get the right one up here. Everything just went a little wonky there. So I'm supposedly, hopefully it's quicker than later, 10 days to get be able to put channel members up.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So basically I've come up with, I've been kicking around some ideas, and let's see here. I'm not going to run through the whole thing. I'm just going to show it. So basically I'm thinking about doing 3 channel levels. Prepper is 99 cents a month. Grayman is $1.99, and Survivalist is $4.99. So with the Prepper, you get all the all the member videos, the community posts, the members only live streams, and more stuff of just the basic stuff. But for the Grayman, you get all that, plus I'm planning on doing monthly classes, live stream classes, for members only on certain things. And then, for $1, that's $1 more a month. So you get 12 classes a year, and you can go back and review those as well, because that's what they're rated on the thing. But the Survivalist, you get all that before, plus you get 12 hours per year private streaming, not a live stream. It's private chat, just like a live stream, but it doesn't go out over YouTube, so we can talk about stuff that YouTube doesn't like.
Oh, okay.
See, so that's what the Grayman level is. It's a private thing, one-on-one, and so that's what I'm thinking about doing. That way, if someone wants special training, well, all right, can you help me set up my AdSense account? Or can you help me? How do I do live streams? Or how do I clean a pew? Mm-hmm. I can do a private class here showing them how to do it, and how to break the stuff. Once I have how to break them down, reassemble them, all other fun stuff.
We had an event happen when I was overseas with the family, and my question is for how to avoid people double-crossing people. Well, I really saw the real personality of one of my sister-in-laws. Yeah. There's a reason why she's always the event planner, because she's in charge. Yeah. But this is my house. You understand? No, this is my family. No. This is my house. We had one of those events. Yeah. A lot of treachery going on with that one and one other. Yeah. I forbade one of my family members from ever coming into my house again. And I talked to my brother-in-law man to man, and he said, "Don't worry, Bob. She's never coming into your house again." I told him the whole story. That's goes away from the topic, but that's part of survival stuff, is when you can recognize someone who they really are, and their hidden agendas come out in a moment of anger. Walk away from them. Get them away from them. Man, those people will do you no good whatsoever. But that's not a firearms topic, but that's a method of survival, especially when you're in a foreign country. You have to move people away from you who have a ill intent. And you're a foreigner, and they know that you don't know the ropes around the country, and it's like you are dismissed. You're going. I'm glad I had my brother-in-law's backup on it, and my wife. But the event planner, she was all against it.
I've got a couple terms for that, like ORM and left to bang. You got to stay ahead of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Aiden here. How's it going?
She really
Hey,
showed what she really is inside. She's basically a scheming sociopath, is what she is.
yeah, we got one of those too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I'll tell you what, Wayne. When we first arrived, wife and I first got into our house, the English were already there, the two British, brother and sister-in-law, and we're just sitting there. I'm having a smoke and a coffee, talking to my British brother-in-law, and then pulls up in front of the house is a delivery truck. What the hell's going on? Oh, do you mind if we put a? They moved in their own bed into our house, and they didn't go through me, and they didn't go through my wife. Do you guys see what's happening there?
Like Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, yeah. And Gary, my English brother-in-law, he asked, "Do you mind if we do this?" And I said, "Well, I guess it's a little late to complain. And besides that, you know, you need, you know, they don't. The Filipinos sleep on a mattress on the floor. They don't use a bed." And I said, "I guess you need someplace to sleep." But then she went and got some more kitchen appliances and stuff like that. And then she was talking with my wife. Oh, well, we're going to take this refrigerator out, and we're going to get a double door refrigerator. And I said, "You think you're moving in? You trying to move into here? This is mine and my wife's house. It's not yours." Now, okay, they haven't paid off their mortgage on their house in England, but they've also spent every night at the pub. They've also spent vacations in the Netherlands and all over Europe. There went your mortgage money. Do you understand the type of persons? Now that they're coming close to the end, Gary's getting ready to retire. Now they're looking at our house, and it ain't our house. It's my house. You understand the conniving shit, you know?
All right. So this sister-in-law is the one that married the British guy.
Correct. I found out who she really is this time when we were over there. Yeah, got her own self-interest at heart, and she approached me without my wife around, or maybe a half a dozen times, saying, "Bob, you should stay. You should stay here longer after your wife goes home." And the first couple of times I said, "Well, wait, my wife and I haven't discussed this because I have done that before. Stay longer." And she says, "Well, you really should." And then after the third time she said that, I said, "No, I belong with my wife." And then she comes up with that again. And I said, "You know what? You need to respect my boundaries." Because she had something planned. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She had something planned. She had a crotch over there waiting for me to stay all by myself in that house. She had a crotch waiting for me. So it's like, yeah, Ariel. It's got similarities to Southeast Asia. Yeah, yeah. There is similarities, plotting and scheming and using that little girl part to try to manipulate the old foreigner.
Bob, the first thing that popped into my mind wasn't about the little girl part. When you first said, when she said, "You got to stay later than your wife," it's like, oh, she's trying to get you arrested.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah. Entice a female to come into the house, and sexual copulation occurs with proof inside of her, which ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a scam. They try to pull in service members all the time.
Yeah, because this same woman, a few years ago, I shut her up real quick because I know how scamming those gals can be. She was saying, "Bob, you need to earn more money." I said, "What the hell's my wallet got to do with you?" No, you don't earn enough money. Now that's one of those things that their mom will manipulate their daughter to divorce you and take everything you've got. That's an overseas thing. I recognized what she was doing immediately, and I said, "You need to shut the fuck up." stay out of my business. And she did, but I see what she's doing, dude. Now, but I'm really glad that I've got my wife and my brother-in-law on my side, and they see what's happening too. I was like, yeah.
Question. I just noticed here, like what Ariel said here. So your brother-in-law, does he need to?
Wait, my wife's telling me I'll be back in just.
Yeah, it's one of those things of as the world turns, so are the days of our lives. The brave and the bold, the young and the stupid at General Hospital.
There's a lot of places that they try to pull that stuff on service members when we're working overseas or in port.
And then there's always one family member that's a bad apple in the bunch.
Yeah, because the military doesn't care what the courts say. If that happens, they'll just take your paycheck from you and give it to them.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's that's I feel very, very fortunate that I found who I found to marry.
Yeah, same here. It just sucked that I had to have a bad one first to learn my lesson.
I don't know. I think I just skipped the first one. I didn't even get married to, my wife and I got married when I was 30. So
yeah.
So my bachelor years included that. I never even ran into one of those because I was working all the time and saving money and spending money, saving money till I found a good firearm.
Yeah.
This is my new girlfriend. She's 6'45". This is my other girlfriend. She's 6'39". And this is their cousin, 12 gauge.
All right, got my Jack in the Box seasoned curly fries.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
How's he? He's
during I had all four of us adults sitting down. I'm gonna have to end that part of it because she's right out there. I don't want to stir the pot too much more. She let it fly out of her mouth that she doesn't care about him. His eyes almost came out of his orbital bones. What? Yeah. So sociopath.
Sounds like he needs to get a lawyer.
It's not going to end well.
Yeah.
Not for him. Well, I'm not a rescuer, and if either one of them winds up on the skids, you're not my responsibility.
Right.
Sorry. You're not living in my house while we're here in the States. Nope. Sorry. You're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But I am glad that I found out exactly who I'm dealing with. But
Now, how many sisters does your wife have?
one survivor. All the rest of them are dead.
Brothers?
One left. The other brother was murdered a long time ago.
Yes, Sonny. He did say curly fries.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Jack in the Box curly fries. Here we go. My missus was kind enough to bring them home to me. But my wife said something pretty profound to me at breakfast yesterday morning. She goes, you're lucky to be married to me. No, it's not a statement of arrogance. I think there's stuff going on that she won't share. But she goes, you're lucky to be married to me. And I said, yeah, I know I am.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Yeah. It's like my parents. My parents had a couple of rip roar fights. At least I thought they were rip roars. After talking to other people, my parents had minor fights, but they never ever mentioned the D word. And my wife and I, when we got married, we had to sit down and talked about, all right, you're Scottish, I'm Irish. Okay, we got to be stubborn in the fact that we're never going to let this marriage fail.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a few.
But everybody has, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I've always been was been taught you don't raise your hand to your spouse.
Oh hell no, no.
Unless she says spank me, and that has never happened yet. But it's one of those things is that hey, you're a partnership.
Yeah. My wife says no refunds, no returns. But I have fired her at least 100 times in our marriage, but she's still around.
Oh, hang on. My mind just went to A's baseball. Billy Martin. So every time you fired her, did she get a raise when she came back?
You're fired, Mrs. Then okay, thank you. You're fired, Mrs. Are you? Oh, okay, thank you. Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So it's now after midnight here. Woohoo!
Do you have another 24-hour marathon going on tonight, Gil? Welcome. Mm-hmm.
No. It took me 2 weeks to recover from that. I'm not sure I've totally recovered from that one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'd done that back before I got married, I could handle that no problem. Heck, I actually was up one time working 3.5 days straight during the Shell oil strike back in 82. So I worked, working security back then, and I worked, 3 days, 4 days. It was a long time. I just worked all week. I had a paycheck that was 4 times the size of normal.
Yeah.
And yeah. Let me see what I got over here on the other side.
Yeah, those years are called your 20s.
Yeah.
When you're in your 20s, you can do that and not eat.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember going a couple of days without eating anything. Didn't bother me, as long as I had water.
I remember going a couple of days eating nothing but Hostess Twinkies, Ding Dongs, cupcakes, and the Big Apple fritters from 7-Eleven for weeks on end. All right, so January 31st.
To live off alcohol, cigarettes, and Monster.
Yeah.
Oh,
been there, done that. Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard of a Metro Prepper?
No.
Are we talking? Do I have to pull out my calculator for like 72 genders here, or is this a
Close? It's like it was like the Metro personality of someone who I'm trying to say it here without offending, especially it's unmonetized now.
There's no way you can't say anything without offending those people.
Yeah.
But basically, how do I put it? Snowflake-ish, prissy, a prissy prepper.
Is that a YouTube channel? What
No.
this?
It's a category. You have like your survivalist, you have your your bug out specialist. You have your metro preppers in the cities.
Oh, okay.
I am, in the burbs, so I guess but I'm not a
No,
metro
you
prepper.
carry guns. You talk dirty. You're
You
big,
bet.
mean, ugly, and
Uh-huh.
you're normal. All right.
Yeah.
We're talking about the ones that are like,
Oh.
I'm a prepper, but I'm not going to do that. That's too hard. I'm
like
not.
that guy in Seattle City Prepping or whatever he is.
Oh, I saw that guy. Yeah, I was was like, wow, somebody in my area, and I went, no, he's just a little too gentle. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be nice.
I was still stationed in Whidbey when I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, cool, someone's out here." And then
Yeah.
same thing. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not talking to that guy."
Protect the cry rooms.
They keep it stocked with water and blankets.
And lots of pillows. Lots of pillows.
Chipper has it right. That's an oxymoron. Yeah. But yeah, it's becoming there. So that's what I was just looking forward here. That's some of the stuff that's coming up yet. The topics I've got here that someone asked me to talk about, but I need to shift things around here.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Okay, my wife just stuns me sometimes. We went to an event with a gay couple, and we came back from that. It was nice, good. They're solid guys. I'm fine with the gay couple. I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me. But the next day, I think it was, she says, "That's the first time I've ever seen pillows included in patio furniture." I mean, it was fabrics over them and all this pillows and all this. I was like, well, hon, they're out of the closet. Pillows on patio furniture. God, that's one hell of an observation, baby. I love you.
Hey, Star, how's it going?
Hello, Star. That killed me, man. I mean, I'm sitting in that furniture and I didn't really even think about it. But as soon as she said that, I went, oh my God. They had all these coverings for their stuff with tassels and, certain textured fabrics. Oh, God. Straight guys like, hey, unfold the folding chair, sit it down. Sit down, man. I'll have a beer and a steak for you in about half an hour. These guys were really classy, man. I really respect them both. I thought they were both really cool.
Take a look at their patio furniture and tighten your belt a couple notches.
But I gotta say though, they had good taste to all the stuff. It wasn't. It was an outdoor grill party and all that. They had some good taste in their decorations. It was It was classy.
All right, let me get this here. I got to change something around here so I can make sure everything's straight here on my calendar here. Tomorrow,
hello, OFU. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, sorry.
Tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound at 10 o'clock Eastern, we're going to be talking about what are your garden plans for 2023. So that's what the topic is tomorrow night. And Monday, the Fireside chat on Camp Patton Family Compound is we're going to be talking about some of the scams that are going around now that people are rearing their ugly heads. Froze, especially after the polar vortex and some of the other storms and stuff areas have been getting hit with. And then Tuesday, back here on Grayman Prepping on Tuesday, the topic's going to be what 10 preps help you sleep at night. So that's going to be we're going to get the That's going to be hopefully get a lot of input from the side chat on what 10 preps help people sleep better at night. Did I do it? Did you do it? The challenge? No, the giveaway is going to be, if you're talking about the giveaway challenge, that's going to be the end of the month on the 31st on Tuesday. Today is Friday for you. Yeah, it's Friday now here too. All right. So later on tonight at 10 o'clock tonight, we're going to do on Camp Pat and Fam, the compound. We're going to talk about your gardens. Oh, the weight loss challenge. Oh, okay. The weight loss challenge. I talked to Courtney. Courtney's told me to go ahead and run with it. So I'm going to start I'm probably this weekend. I'm going to do a special video announcing a weight loss challenge. I got to put that together, and we're going to have, try to get enough to have 3 teams. So it's not just Reds against the Blues. And we can have 3 teams for trying to do weight loss. And the weight loss challenge part 1 will end June 30th. So we're going to take it out, for, almost 6 months. And that'll give more people more balanced time to have a goal, work on it, and get plenty of support from everybody else in losing weight.
What was that?
And there it is again. Only need 2 preps, guns and ammo, sleep like a baby.
Mm-hmm. What was that type of prepper called again, Gil?
Metro. There was a thing back in the 80s and early 90s about the Metro Man.
I could make a whole playlist of that. And over here we have accessories. No.
And here's the body cream for getting the hair rid of hair everywhere.
We ain't doing MREs in here. We're going to eat some good food. Oh my God.
We have electric bikes for a bug out. Yeah, that night's going to be a hilarious night when we do get to that one.
Oh boy. Well,
that's coming up in February.
Well, I do got to say this about all the gays, and they are goddamn creative. They really are smart, and they are creative.
Yeah, the thing is, just because someone is Metro doesn't mean they're gay. It could just mean that they're prissy.
Yeah. You're right.
I snagged a fingernail. Dang it! Now I gotta go out and get something else before I can clean my gun.
This place.
Oh, that sounded bad. I apologize for that.
I run into so many people out here that are like Boomhauer from King of the Hill. And then every day that I go to town, I run into somebody like that, like straight up Metro. We're like in East Tennessee, bum F nowhere, right? And it's really weird.
So I take it that those people did not grow up in Tennessee.
Yeah, most likely they're from Asheville or somewhere else.
New York, DC, LA, San Francisco, Philly.
This place is as hillbilly as it gets, and it's really weird because I run into somebody like that every time I go to town.
I'm gonna bounce out of here, guys. Missing is sitting down, eat, and I'm gonna go sit next to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up too. So,
right. Good night, everyone. Peace.
All right, thank you.
Take
Good
care.
night, everyone.
All right, thank you, Bob, for coming in. Side chat, thank you, everyone in side chat, for coming in. And we'll go. So, now it's past midnight here. So later tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern on Camp Pat and Family Compound, we're going to be talking about gardening. And so I'll see you guys then. And I froze. And so everyone, have a good evening or good morning, and we'll see you later. Take care.